Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have decided to do a few readings for the twins because this time of the year, the energies, the guidance, everything that you probably will, sometimes, reason being, guys, that sometimes we know consciously, but subconsciously we are. Um, we kind of get scared about things, right? Consciously, we know that there are a lot of things we need to do, understand. But when it comes to the subconscious, there is a fear element that sets in. So, the tarot reading, the reason I'm doing all this reading for you, this will be, of course, specifically designed for you, divine masculine. The reason being that sometimes in life, when you are in that energy of knowing it subconsciously, you are fearing something, or subconsciously you are scared of something. This kind of reading does definitely, energetically, it guides you, motivates you, um, gives you an awareness of where you are lacking in either strength or in your understanding. So that is the reason I'm doing these readings, guys, so that people at large can get a lot of a better understanding, right? Sometimes when you hear spiritual messages and spiritual guidance, you know everything. It's not that you don't know it, but when somebody is telling you, repeating the message, telling you it, you are consciously learning to absorb that message. You're consciously learning to understand yourself much better, right? So this will be an energy for you, divine masculine. Let's call upon our spirit guide, angel, ancestors in regards to your situation here. My divine source. So I get the Eight of Wands and I get the Queen of Pentacles. So there is a situation that is that you have not been able to work on before, divine masculine, with regards to a karmic situation here. Somebody you're married to, somebody who belongs to you, somebody who could be a mother figure. But this Eight of Wands is an action you have not been able to take towards that situation. This is also because a part of your karma was obstructing you from moving in the right direction, right? Surrendering something that you no longer want in your life, or you no longer have any reason to be there for that kind of a situation. But you were not able to take action because you were defending yourself, you were being stubborn, you were not taking action, you were not communicating, right? So that situation is ending. See the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there was a lot of fright in you. You were trying to escape. It was very sneaky energy. You were trying to escape that situation of not talking, of not saying anything, because you were scared about something with regards to your fate or destiny in life, right? So here it is. Here is the deal, guys. This energy is moving from the universe, right? So universe is like when you have not been able to do justice to yourself or to your situation, we have to come and do justice to you or for you, right? So here is Pegasus, right? So there will be whatever you haven't been able to take action on with regards to your feelings, emotions, because somebody could have been very emotionally blocked from this situation here, right? So that situation is ending or will end because it is universe coming into effect for you, divine masculine, yeah, to bring down that situation. Ten of Swords, yeah. Get prepared for some kind of a brutal ending that's going to turn your world a little bit, right? Might make you um, feel a little bit disbalanced, a little bit unstable, but ultimately it will bring you back your victory, your joy. Okay, so keep that situation in mind, divine masculine, because somewhere you haven't been able to take action on a situation and you have been feeling extremely bad and sad and everything, right? Spiritually, mentally, financially, emotionally, in every respect, very, very poor in your own life. See, Five of Cups. Yeah. So that this is universe. You cannot stop this divine masculine. It's coming in full force. Okay, let me tell you that. Whatever that situation will be where you haven't been able to do justice, you haven't been able to serve justice either to yourself or to somebody in your life, that situation is crumbling. And this crumbling is happening not because you want it to crumble as such, like you possibly would like to avoid that situation, but you cannot stop it. You have to face it. You have to face the truth now because it's coming straight directly from the universe in your situation, divine masculine. Okay, so this energy is showing up in here because universe probably gave you a lot of chance to rectify situations in your life, divine masculine, but you did not work on that. You haven't worked on that situation. So, this is where universe is like, you can be there, right? You can be there. So there is a situation that is moving, is a shifting. Shifting is the word for you. It's moving, is a shifting. A lot of things that you possibly logically have been avoiding to take action on, you will have to now. This is where the situation is kind of being subjected to action by the universe or from the universe. Because in our life, listen guys, in our life there are a lot of things that we tend to avoid. The reason like I said, it's fear. The reason we tend to avoid, it's because we are scared of the consequences, right? We are scared of the shift, we are scared of the movement, we are scared of anything, basically. And that is why we kind of say no to that situation. We try to avert the disaster from happening in our life, right? Because we don't want disaster. Nobody likes disasters. Nobody wants disasters or any kind of bad consequences that we need to face. So we always try to stop that. We always try. But in doing that, in trying to stop that situation, we forget that we ourselves are putting through with a lot of pain and guilt and shame and anxiety because we haven't been able, we know internally, we know that we haven't done the right thing. We should have taken, a lot of steps beforehand, before the situation eventually comes down to the point of where universe will have to step in for you, right? Because they see that you are not getting up and doing much about the situation because you're, like I said, you're scared, you're skeptical, you are in pain, but you're still, kind of holding on to that situation because of this reason, right? Because you're scared to face the consequences and you don't want to face the consequences. A divine masculine, okay? See the Nine of Swords, yeah. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Now, this is something that you are realizing, right? This is making you feel, logically you're feeling that you should have taken this step a long time before, which means that you were sitting in a place that you knew had no cups filled with emotions. And you were sitting, you were praying, you were wishing upon the star that one day you will get it. One day all your 9 cups will be filled, and you don't want to, and you don't have to leave that situation, right? So what you did, divine masculine, right now, what I'm getting is that you decided, okay, all the cups are empty, so be it. But a day will come when all these cups will be filled, plus I will get a 9th cup in here, which is empty right here. So you were holding on, you were hanging on to that dream. Call it a dream, call it your desire, call it your understanding, right? You were holding on that one day, all these cups will be filled and I will be very happy. Plus I will get the 9th cup, which is the this wish card, right? That I wish upon and I will get it, whatever it is. So you were hanging on. So because of that, today you're seeing the consequences and the effect of you hanging on to that story. All you see in front of you, whenever you know your vision, the far sight vision or the vision that you're getting is all the 9 sword, right? You shouldn't have got that. You should have got the 10 of cups. You should have got the ace of cups, those kind of vision. But you're getting the vision of anxiousness, guilt, worry, tension, because now you're feeling lost. You're feeling lost within yourself because you know that you have wasted a lot of time hanging on to this situation where you should have taken a decision to have left that karma behind, to have walked away. But no, you kept wishing upon the star. One day it will come. One day I'll get the 9th cup. One day things will change. One day situations will be different. One day, and one day. Then one day did not come. And today, when you are turning back yourself, you're looking at yourself, you're looking at what you have done, all you can feel is guilt, is a shame in yourself, the pain, right? You can see, because whenever you're trying to sleep, it's like that situation, and your eyes don't close, and your vision goes beyond that particular situation of that moment. When you look towards your path and you see that what you have done in your life by hanging on to this situation and wishing upon the star that things will be okay, all you're feeling is this energy here of the 9 of swords. So the worries, the tension, the stress, right, is keeping you up in the night, is keeping you up, awake in the night. You're not being able to close your eyes and say good night and fall asleep, right? And that happens because your logical mind, see the 5 of Wands, your logical mind is fighting. You're continuously fighting with somebody in your logical self. You're at war with yourself, with a situation or with somebody. So you're always in battle. You're always in battle, and that's causing you today a lot of pain in yourself, knowing that you have done this mistake. You have done this mistake, right? And this battle has been quite a tough battle in whatever you have been engaged in. It's a learning lesson for you as well. And that learning lesson is causing you today a lot of pain in your logical self, that you shouldn't have involved yourself in this situation or in this kind of a situation, right? It's a learning lesson as well, for sure. But again, it's hard lesson to learn, right? It's very, very hard lesson to learn. Reason being, you know that you haven't done the right stuff of being practical in your life, of being realistic in your understanding, of knowing what is the right approach towards this Ace of Pentacle, right? You haven't taken the right step to start something new in your life. So now it is coming to a point of you realizing or you wondering if you can restart this situation for yourself. Something which is completely new in your life, something which is the start of a fresh journey, the start of a fresh, it's a fresh beginning, right? But you know that you could have done this before, like I said, but you were wishing upon the star, right? You were wishing upon the star that you don't have to do anything like that, and that whatever you will desire in life will come to you. And you've been waiting, and you have been waiting for the situation to change, right? So what happened in here is that you did not approach things in realistically, right? You were dreaming, you were more in your illusion, in your fantasy about this whole situation, that one day things will be in fruition. One day you will get things right. One day things will change. One day, right? One day. And now it is the point where you are feeling that you have created a huge mistake by not having a realistic approach towards life. Like I told you, you were more in that state of dreams that things will change, things will move, things will happen. I don't have to worry about it. No, 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 no. And therefore, you didn't work towards it, right? You didn't work towards it. But now you're wondering about the situation. If at all you have any possibility of moving forward and restarting the whole story for yourself, if you can really pick up that one pentacle and restart your journey, if you can restart or if you can make a fresh start towards your own situation in the tangible world. And that's happening because, like I said, it's happening because you know that when it was time for you, you did not do it. You sat over there and you were dreaming in a state of illusion. You were not being practical. You were not being realistic in your situation, in your understanding, which is where a lot of things are moving, shifting. Epiphany is coming up, waking you up with the Tower. And this is again internal, external change. It can be anything, but it is an act of the universe. You have no control on this. Nobody likes to have the Tower. Nobody, like I said, change is fearful. Any kind of change, whether it's internal change, external change, we all fear because we get very comfortable in our own situation, good, bad, whatever. We feel that, okay, it's not all good. Maybe I don't have the 9 cups. One day it will come. One day things will get better. One day I'll be able to start some new project. One day I'll be able to do something for myself, right? So this is where the Tower is, because the universe is saying it's time. Get out of your comfort zone of being in illusion, of being unpractical, of being, dreaming about it. It's time to have a reality check. It is time for you, divine masculine, to be real. What works for you and what really doesn't work for you. Don't hallucinate that one day things will happen. One day the world will change. One day my life will change. One day I'll be. No, 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 no. It's time to be practical. It's a very important time of the year, the season after the full moon in Virgo, right? So that's what they're giving you, that message, that don't just, when you had that opportunity to work, you did not, right? And now you want everything because you're coming to your realization, you're waking up from your dream, you're waking up from that sleep, and now you're like, what the hell have I done? Right? So this is where the Tower is coming in, right? And with the Tower, you're opening your heart with the Ace of Cups to your understanding. The Tower is happening inside of you, more so what I'm getting, right? It's happening. It's the heart that was blocked. Because thing is that, like I said, you were sitting dreaming about your 9 cups or the ninth cup, right? But you didn't get it, but you were still there. So what was happening with that situation, guys, is that because you were not getting what you wanted in your life, you were blocking your heart. You were not enjoying it, but still you were there. Because you were wishing upon the star that, okay, today it doesn't happen, tomorrow it will happen. Tomorrow it doesn't, next day it will happen, right? So years crossed by, months crossed by, and yet you kept sitting over there blocking your heart with your own emotional pain because you were not getting it. You were in pain, but you refused to leave that situation. Right? So this Tower is bringing in that openness of your heart, the Ace of Cups. Your heart has started or will start to open up with this new idea, the new thought, that you can do it. You still have time. You can go pick up that one pentacle and restart your life again. You can do it, right? And that awakening, that epiphany, that power of your internal transformation is changing your heart as well, right? The heart that you had blocked, the heart that you had closed, the heart with which you had no emotional contact because, like it explained, that was the reason. That was the reason. And that is where your heart is opening up towards your divine feminine, the High Priestess. She's here, right in the center of your reading. You're realizing your mistake, divine masculine. Let me put it like that. You know how blunt I am. A lot of people might say that you are talking for the divine feminine, but I know the story. I've been doing this reading for years now, right? And I know what it is between the twins here. So what is happening here is the heart that you had blocked towards your divine feminine. You're realizing your mistake because she has turned her back. And this is a past action. This is not today that she has turned her back. This has already happened. This has already happened, right? Because she too has not got this heart from you. She did not get that emotion from you. All that she was looking from you is the right emotional contact. And when you failed to give her that right emotional contact from your heart, not that you buy her gifts, you give her bouquets, you give her roses, that's not from the heart, that anybody can do, right? The real love in power, that's your power, right? The real love and power comes from your heart. When your heart tells you, yes, I want to give her something. I really want to make her happy. I want to give her my heart. I want to tell her how much I love her. And the reason she turned her back from this cup is because she felt devoid of this emotion from your end. At one point, she told herself, what the hell am I doing with him? Right? Because you have no heart. You are not sharing. You're not giving things. You're not doing things from your heart. And let me tell you one thing, guys. The heart is such an organ, I've told this before, that people can feel the vibration. You might think that you're concealing that vibration. If you put on a mask, you put on a superficial act of saying how much I love you. But if you don't have that right vibration, the other person can feel it. They can feel the real, they can feel the fake. And it's with all human beings, even with animals, right? So this is where the story is. The reason she turned her back towards you is only because she knows, or she could feel no emotional attachment from the heart. You were there for her, but you were not there for her, right? That's because you could not do things. You could not leave the situation, right? Because you were still wishing upon the star that wherever you are or whatever situation you are in will improve one day. So you had kept your heart blocked because you were more focused on the 8 dented cups that you refused to leave. So there was no way you could share that with her because you only have one heart. You don't have 10 hearts, right? So from that one heart, you can only give that much of love to one particular situation or to one particular place. You can share this, you can, but not in the way that you need to share, right? If you are sharing your cup of love with a lot of people, you have to really have a big heart, right? You have to have a really big heart. But in this case, forget about a big heart. I'm not saying a big heart is important for everybody or people have big hearts. Whatever a heart size you have, divine masculine, that too you refuse to give. And that's where she was like, I don't need this. I don't need this because this is where the lover's energy came down on her, right? And this is the past. This is the past. That she realized that she has no love here for this situation anymore. And it was only because of your understanding here that you're waking up what happened here. You're understanding things now from the emotional perspective. Right? Emotionally, why did she turn her back? Emotionally, why did she walk away? Emotionally, you're gathering, it's only because she realized there is no love here as such. Nothing, right? The love comes only when the angel appears, and the angel disappeared from this situation. And the reason the angel disappeared from this relationship between twins is only because you failed to show your heart or reciprocate things from your heart. Reciprocate, you know what I mean? Give from your heart. You could have been, like I said, you could have been in a lot of fear. I'm not ever denying that situation. Right? And that's where, because of a karma or karmic situation, you could not take action on this situation. So you were, being pulled in many different directions where definitely you stopped projecting things from your heart towards this divine feminine who realized she's not a fool, right? Who realized that there is no angel, there is no connection here. Because if your heart doesn't connect with your relationship or anything in the world that you do, obviously it means that the angel is not there, right? And you're realizing this is the epiphany. This is the awakening in yourself, divine masculine. You're coming to terms with your own understanding here, or you will. You will, because the first thing is understanding of the whole situation here, because this is where the sun comes out, right? You want to bring the happiness back in the situation again, divine masculine. You want the situation to turn. You want that happiness back in this relationship with your divine feminine, right? This is where you are again talking about your heart in here. You want to pour all the affection, all the love from your heart into this picture here. Into this picture in here, guys. Okay, and that is what, excuse me, and that is what, with the Four of Pentacles, you are working this magic. This card talks about being a wizard, right? Getting rid of your fear and insecurity. Working with your elements, air, water, earth, and fire. Knowing the balance. Getting rid of that fear, that insecurity, hiding things. Not telling the truth. Right? Doing everything that was not right. So you are becoming the wizard. The reason you are becoming the wizard, guys, divine masculine, is because of this tower. It's because of this tower. That you are learning to understand your own fault, which at this point you know has to be rectified. Has to be rectified, right? So you're the wizard. You're the magician. Here comes the magician. Look, here comes the magician. You are the wizard because you want to bring the happiness back into this relationship, knowing very well that what you did was terribly, terribly wrong. Right? Was terribly wrong. And there is a sense of regret that I'm getting in you. But now you're like, okay, whatever happened, happened. Things can always change. Things will change, right? So you're the wizard. You're working on this new manifestation because of this realization that you now need to bring back that happiness in this relationship. You need the angel back. For the angel to come back in here, you need to bring the warmth back into this relationship. The warmth between the twins that has gone missing. That has gone missing. So you are working with your own element, right? You're working with your own element to manifest back this beautiful story once again in your life, divine masculine. You want to, right? You're getting your tools ready. Let me tell you that. You're getting your tools ready. You're the wizard. And this time around, you're doing it in the right way. You're not rushing. You're not pushing. You're not doing anything that will be uncomfortable for either you or for your divine feminine. But you're doing that in a very spiritual way. There is a lot of spiritual magic in this manifestation here that you're working now, and you're getting your tools ready. You're getting your tools ready, guys. Beautiful energy I'm getting. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, hold on, guys. Before we move, I'm going to check the middle of this reading, which is talking about the divine feminine here. And see, she knows the whole story. That's why she has stopped talking. She has stopped communicating. She has stopped showing her love. She has stopped showing her emotion because she knows this relationship for her no longer exists. And here it is, this awakening, this shift is the magic here from the universe. And that is the magic that's happening. It's a very spiritual way of reworking between two people who love each other, who deserve each other, and are twins. Okay? A lot of divine feminine will say, oh, I don't want this. Yes, you have the right to say that. Again, as I say, just because the divine masculine is trying to bring back that warmth in this relationship, it doesn't mean that if you want it, you take it. If you don't, you can reject it. It's everybody's free will, divine feminine, right? It's everybody's free will. What you want from this relationship, it's your free will. So if you say to the divine masculine, I don't want this anymore, and you choose to walk away, it's completely your choice. Nobody will be able to hold you back, right? But he wants to give it a try. He's getting his tools ready. He's wanting to give it a try to see if he can completely change the direction of this relationship in here. Please talk to me about the High Priestess. He wants to bring you back. He's terribly missing you. He wants to bring you back. Yeah, see the fool and the devil. Yeah, because you're restricting. You have a lot of restrictions, divine feminine, and he knows that. And you have paused the whole scenario. You have paused the entire scenario because you, by yourself, you want to move forward towards somebody or some situation who has a lot of love for you. That's where you're giving your priority. That's where you are basing your trust that wherever you're moving or wherever you're going will only bring you back your emotional fulfillment, because there is a lot of negativity, a lot of situation, a lot of toxicity in this relationship that you want to leave behind, divine feminine. You want to leave behind. You don't want that toxicity in your life anymore. You want to go to a place which has love for you, which can give you back your complete emotional fulfillment. And that's the reason he knows that, right? Or even if he hasn't heard it from you, he can sense it. He can sense that you are moving or you will be moving, right? So in this situation, he wants a second chance. This is the Judgment card. He wants a second chance because he knows you're leaving him. Leaving, and not everybody is leaving each other physically. Some of you guys can be leaving this situation emotionally. Divine feminine, right? You can be leaving this situation because, like I said, you have dealt with a lot of toxicity. That you now know that you have been a fool to have been sitting in a place where there is no emotion, no love for you. And yet you have been also wishing upon the star that one day things will improve. One day this man will understand you. One day the situation will be reversed, right? But now you feel that you have been made a complete fool here, divine feminine. That's whom I'm talking to you. So that is the reason you want to leave that situation. And this is where you want to heal yourself, Four of Swords, from a very toxic third-party negative situation that you have had in this relationship. This relationship has become empty because of this toxicity. Because of this toxicity, right? And that is where you're trying to heal from this situation by yourself, that you have telling yourself, divine feminine, that you have done things with the right intention. Like you could feel that you have been a fool, wasting your time, your money, your energy, your everything in this relationship, where you did not probably realize how toxic it is and how empty that relationship is. Right? So you're trying to heal from your own understanding, or in your own understanding, that it's okay. You did things in a good way. You did things in the right intention, with the right frame of mind. But if things didn't work for you, you don't have to feel bad, divine feminine, right? And that is what you're trying to balance in yourself. You're trying to bring back a balance and harmony in yourself by prioritizing your work, by prioritizing your time, by prioritizing what is important to you and what is not important, where you should keep your focus, what is the things, what are the plans you have that you need to work on, and how you work on those plans. You know, you need a lot of understanding, right? It's a lot of your own situation of reorganization in yourself, divine feminine. I'm getting both energies, even though it's divine masculine's reading, right? So that is where you are more focused on, because you're kind of coming to your understanding that, right, whatever happened here, divine feminine, I'm talking to you, it's happened. But now I have to work according to my own situation here, what I need, what I gather in myself, because I, divine feminine, I'm moving towards a period of change in my life. A change that will bring me back my cup. A change where I will feel happy, right? A change where I will not be in a toxic situation. I will be free from this toxicity that I have had to face for whatever amount of time. So you're prioritizing your work, you're prioritizing yourself. And here it is, the divine masculine wants a second chance with you, right? He wants a reconciliation. He wants to give birth to this situation again. He wants that second chance from you, divine feminine. Yeah, see, from the Eight of Swords. Because he knows he had been toxic too. He had been toxic too. He had not been speaking right. He had not been doing things right. Now, this toxicity could have been from a third party karmic situation. I understand. But that is crumbling. Here is the Tower. That is crumbling for him, right? And as soon as this crumbles, he can move. He's close to his wish. He's close to his hope, his faith, his purpose in life, right? So he's very close to that. But the thing over here, guys, is that he wants a second chance from you. He definitely wants. He wants to prove himself in front of you. And that is where he's trying his level best to work his magic in here. Okay? I'm going to check on this magician energy, guys. He wants a second chance before you leave him completely or move away emotionally. Like I said, physical movement is not everything. It's emotional movement is everything, right? Emotionally, if you are done with the situation, divine feminine, he can get you back like that anymore. Right? So emotionally, if he has to bring back that warmth in this relationship, he will also have to change himself. He will also have to let go of that toxicity, right? He will also have to heal from his past action. He will also have to reorganize his priorities in life to move from his comfort zone. You get my point? It's working both ways. It's working both ways. And that is where he is now planning to work his magic. He's the wizard. He knows he can do it. He knows he can bring back this relationship. He knows he can bring back the situation again. You know, it's a matter of course, time is the essential criteria, right? but he wants that second chance. Please talk to me about the magician here. He wants to come back and prove his worth in front of you because, like I said, he cannot afford to lose you. He knows he has made a mistake. He's never saying no to that. He has made a lot of mistakes, guys. But again, at the end of the day, humans, right? We all make mistakes. But yes, I understand the severity of his mistake because the severity of his mistake has caused this relationship to go through a lot of pain. Please talk to me about the magician, the Four of Swords. Yeah, there is a lot of logical magic as he's trying to heal. There is a lot of healing that is happening at both ends in order to bring back and open his heart towards you once again in this relationship, to bring back that warmth in himself. Because somewhere he was cold. Because when you're drained emotionally, you become cold. Your heart refuses to beat, right? You become cold. You no longer can feel emotions. You no longer can give emotions. So for you to feel and give emotions, you have to be you have to heal through the pain and the sorrow and the grief of a third party situation here. And that is where the magic is on, guys. Yeah, that is where the magic is on. He wants to come forward with some kind of a message that is going to be emotional in nature for you, Divine Feminine. It could be a very small message, but there is a message that is coming in that brings back a little bit of warmth in him and in you as well from this Five of Pentacles. This is a change. The wheel. Yeah. Hold on, guys. This is a change. The change is happening or it's coming. When this situation, that feeling cold is going to turn into feeling warm once again. That change, the season is changing here. The season is changing here because he's getting back the courage to come towards you once again. Yeah, the season, there is a change in the season here in this relationship for both you guys. So even though it's a Divine Masculine's reading, it is a reading that is catering to both, to the twins. The bottom is the Nine of Swords, the Judgment, and the Five of Pentacles. There is a learning lesson he has learned from this experience he had in the past. He wants a second chance to rectify the situation with you guys. Now again, it's your free will, Divine Feminine, whether you want to give it to him or you don't want to give it to him. It's completely your own situation here. Nobody can force anything on anybody, right? We all have the free will. If we delve into the past and refuse to reconcile or give a second chance and continue to keep our mouth shut, no communication, again, it's your free will. It's your free will because the tower will happen irrespective. The tower will break open this communication. Now it's up to you, Divine Feminine, whether you want the tower to come in from the universe or you are going to take action on that and release yourself from this past situation of whatever has happened in here. It's completely your free will, free understanding here. Okay, so this is the quick energy check I wanted to have for you guys. I will keep doing this so that you'll get the right energies, the right guidance, and whatever decision you take thereafter will be a very matured, conscious, and educated decision for yourself. Both of you guys, both you guys. Okay? So take care. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz. Namaste.